you work at the radium plant?
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing.
What?
The company is in full compliance of all state health and labor regulations. They even ordered an analysis of the paint.
Let me see that.
Miss. Really?
Who's Miss Young?
The health inspector. Miss.
Paint is harmless compound of radium and zinc?
As I was saying, the analysis shows that there's no phosphorus in it. There's no phosphorus anywhere on the plant. Please send me to the plant. I'm found my parents. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna file another complaint. Honestly, Catherine, what good would that do? I want to file another complaint. What good would it do to make such a fuss in this way? 3 surgeries, Grace. 3 surgeries, and they wanted to cut her again. But she finally said no. She knew that what was left of her jaw had rotted so bad, and the smell so terrible. And the worst is I couldn't stand to look at her. Irene was so afraid of being left alone, and I left her alone. And when she died in the middle of the night, nobody was with her. Excuse me, I'd like another form. My friend would like to file another complaint.
Another complaint? Is the girl still sick?
No.
She died. Wait, right there.
Harriet! Harriet, you'll come down from that tree at once.
No, I'm waiting for Papa.
Fine. When he gets here, I'll send him up after you.
Here he is. Papa! Papa!
Harriet,
Harriet, come down at once.
Papa, I can see clear at church.
can you? Do you see your grandfather from up there?
No, but I can see the schoolhouse.
You think this is funny?
She's enjoying herself.
Harriet!
Tell you what, if she has nobody to shout to, she won't shout.
They can hear her all over the neighborhood.
Can they?
When she comes down, I want you to speak to her.
She's 9 years old, Diane.
I'm trying to raise a daughter, not a son.
Tell you what, time is on your side. In a couple of years, she'll lose all interest in trees and develop a fascination with bullets.
That's supposed to scare me.
And when the time comes, it will.
What's this?
It's supposed to give you vitality.
You think I need vitality?
It's what it says on the bottle.
Is it pure?
We're his supplier. Why don't you try?
If it will give me vitality, how could I refuse? So, your father came by to see me today.
Another hard luck case?
4 children at home, all under the age of 6.
Let me see. Wife in the hospital with cancer.
Yes.
And the husband laid off from work as a bricklayer
Yes.
through no fault of his own.
How did you know?
Dad stopped by earlier today. It's never enough with him to have ordinary ambitions. You have to have a mission in life.
And you do.
No, I've got a business plan.
You can't tell me you wouldn't help this man if you could.
I can't give him jobs that don't exist.
What about Dan Lehman?
Dan, he needs trained lab technician, not some bricklayer. Why don't you send him to Miss Middleton? Don't you women have a club for something like this?
You mean the Women's Club Civics Committee?
Right.
Yes, the club does take an interest in such cases, but we're not an employment service either. Which is why I was thinking maybe you could help them.
Oh, you do love being married to the company president.
It has its advantages.
You ever think of giving it up?
Do you?
I got my shoes shined this morning, and as I watched the boy work, I thought, this is quite an enterprise. Work walks in, work walks out. No inventory, no stock price, no
And you trade it all in for your own shoe shine, Sam.
fewer headaches that way.
So you're in one of those moves again. What is it this time? It can't be the market it's been up today.
Now you're reading the financial pages.
I have to entertain myself somehow. So what is it? You're being very strange.
Am I? I'm sorry.
You can tell me, you know.
Nothing to tell, really. This is going to be our best year ever.
So it's the prospect of success that you find so disheartening.
I'll go get my checkbook.
What for?
Your bricklayer.
Artie, the man needs a job, not charity. What is it your father always says? A working man
Needs to work. It wears on his soul not to work. All right. If it's a matter of his soul, then that's different. I'll see what I can do.
Artie,
But no promises.
no promises.
To your help.
And how long you have this case of nerves. Probably doing that.
What do you think it is?
Well, I think you better schedule that surgery.
Couldn't it wait till after my wedding?
You don't have the surgery, you won't have no wedding.
Huh?
Miss Fire, I want you to listen to me. Your jawbone is decaying. That's the black pus oozing out of your gums. It's the bone itself.
That's impossible.
To Mr. Arthur Reeder, U.S. Radium Corporation, from Cecil Drinker, Harvard University. It closes our report.
Finally.
We believe the trouble in your plant is due to the radium.
Radium?
It can't be as bad as all that.
Put off the surgery, and you will develop a septic condition. It could be fatal.
The blood changes in your employees can be explained on no other grounds.
Everything I've got, I saved for my wedding.
Photographic films carried by employees show heavy fogging,
Well, I got a suggestion for you.
and we suspect high levels of gamma radiation throughout the plant.
Go to the radium plant and explain your situation.
Go to the company?
We realize no proof can be offered at present.
Once they see what kind of shape you're in,
This is impossible.
they gotta feel obligated to help you out.
But in view of the material in the literature
This must be a mistake.
and the facts disclosed by our investigation,
I don't see how they could refuse.
we recommend immediate and drastic remedial action.
Look, if you want, I can write a room for you. They can work through me, just pay my bills directly.
You think they do that?
Well, they got more obligation, don't you think?
I guess so.
Here, we'll do it now. I'll get some paper.
Charlie! He has to be wrong. That's all. He's wrong. Charlie, he has to be wrong.
You must have overlooked something.
If we're suffering from a new ailment caused by radium, it should occur generally throughout the plant.
One would expect.
We have radium all over the plant. Several hundred milligrams in the big vats. Several hundred in ore. Several hundred in crystallizing.
The entire backyard is filled with tailings.
Radium is present in good amounts all over the plant.
If it's the radium, then the incidence of illness should be highest in the laboratory.
But no one there is sick,
Then perhaps it's a combination of radium and zinc.
or something peculiar to our plant alone.
Bacteria in the brushes.
It can't be the radium. We have dozens of application plants across the country. None of them are showing any of these signs.
The Department of Labor wants to see the report.
I know.
What are we going to do? This could tear us to shreds. What do we show them?
They want to see the report. We'll send them this,
One page.
the most important page.
Drinker will never stand for this.
This is a proprietary report. What we do with it is our business.
But the Department of Labor, Arthur,
We just need a little time, Charlie. Just a little time.
they could shut us down for this.
Scientists, government men, they have no idea what it takes to run a business. You have no idea how many times I walked into Bonsachi's office, and he turned a deaf ear to whatever I was saying. He thought advertising was a dirty word. But we showed him, Charlie. We showed him. Look at us. We are the world's largest single supplier of radium. The largest in the world. You know how much it took for us to get here. Do you think I'm going to stand idly by and let our good name be dragged through the mud? Trust me, Charlie.
Dr. Flint, it's awful nice of you to come all this way.
Not at all, my dear. Not at all.
I told my doctor Hughes was coming, so he gave me the results of my blood work.
Excellent.
And so?
I must say, Miss Fryer, your blood. It looks better than mine.
It does?
That's what happens to an old man who smokes. Now tell me, what else is ailing you?
My feet and my
back, mostly.
I see. And these aches and pains you're having, did they happen before or after you were working for the company?
After. Dr. Neff said it has to do with the radium plant. I know another girl who died from it, Irene Rudolph.
Oh, yes, how terrible. Vincent's angina.
What's that?
That is an ulcerated condition of the mouth, my dear.
From the radium?
No, Miss Fryer. It is a case of poor dental care. So let this be a lesson to you. Always brush your teeth.
I saw another article about this in the newspaper. Another girl who was sent to a hospital in New York. The doctors there, they still don't know what's wrong with her.
Miss Fryer, reporters are not scientific. Reporters are not scientific. They do not know such a scientific method. Reporters write to sell. They only aim to sell and they don't educate, like scientists. Scientists are concerned with the truth. Scientists undertake years of painstaking study to arrive at a new level of education that most people couldn't even comprehend on being on. So, Miss Fryer, let me tell you this. Radium has nothing to do with what is ailing you.
Doesn't?
Not in the slightest.
Then what is ailing me?
Poor diet, Miss Fryer, poor diet. What you have is a vitamin deficiency. You must eat more fresh fruit.
Awful hard to do in the winter.
Then raw meat would work. That will help with the anemia. Calf's liver would work best. Cut it up, cook it if you must. That will help with everything. Oh, no, Miss Fryer. I'm a scientist. I don't take any money whatsoever. I'm only interested in a scientific perspective. Here's my card. Feel free to call me day or night.
Thank you, Dr. Flynn.
Pleasure to be of service, my dear.
Dr. Frederick Flynn, Ph.D. Physiology, Columbia University. Ph.D. That's not a real doctor.
My findings, Mr. Reader.
He's seen half a dozen girls who used to work at the plant. Word I hear, he's working for the company.
An objective evaluation, I trust.
The sources of my funding have no bearing on my research.
And I let that fella examine me.
It wasn't an examination. It wasn't a medical examination per se.
Nevertheless, you were able to offer some useful advice.
I did my best for her.
Every girl he sees, it's the same thing. Nothing wrong with ya.
Your blood is better than mine, he says.
And how is the rest of the report going?
The animal studies I conducted show no adverse side effects from radium. Mr. Reader, as you guessed, the problem is one of personal hygiene only.
I can't believe somebody would do that to you. Straight out lie to you like that.
Nothing surprises me.
It's like you said, Catherine. They'll say anything. They'll do anything.
Except the right thing.
Well, we're gonna make them. We're gonna make sure somebody hears about this.
Well, I'm most grateful, Dr. Neff, but I'm particularly grateful to hear that girl you examined is doing much better.
Didn't examine her, no. I merely consulted with her.
Nevertheless, she is doing much better.
From what I could see, Mr. Reader, she is on the road to recovery.
Excellent.
Here's my statement of fees and expenses.
I'll have Mr. Lee draw you up a check.
And so I leave you now with this one thought. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have to accept injustice. We can use our powers as consumers to influence the practices of those who wish to profit from our patronage. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wiley. And thank you to the New Jersey Consumers Club for another job well done. This concludes our program for this evening. I don't think we have time for questions, but we do hope that you will join us next door for some light refreshments.
Want anything?
My throat's a little dry.
Can I help you, miss?
I'm here to see Miss
the statute of limitations?
Right. So we found a lawyer that said he would sue anyhow, but he only wants $1,000 up front. And everything I've got I've saved for my wedding. And Tom, that's my fella. He said he wants to get married anyhow. But I just don't see what good I would do him like this. I just want some compensation so I wouldn't feel like I'm saddling Tom with such a burden. I'm sorry to rattle on to you about this. I'm just so tired of being pushed around.
I don't blame you.
So you'll help us then?
Tell me, Miss Fryer, just how far are you willing to go with this?
And?
Suppose I do find a lawyer to take your case, someone willing to take it on a contingency. You wouldn't have to pay him unless you won. Then, would you be willing to sue?
I want my compensation.
Of course you do. But suppose the company says, here, Miss Fryer, here's some money, only you are to tell no one what you agreed to. You are to say nothing about how you got sick.
Keep it quiet, you mean?
Yes,
That don't seem right.
it isn't right, but that's what they'll do. They will try and buy your silence. Is it for sale, Miss Fryer?
No, ma'am. No, it is not.
Good.
So you'll help us then?
I think I can help you if you're willing to take some chances.
Chances?
Miss Fryer, if you can set aside your own need just for the moment, we can stop this company. We can stop them dead in their tracks.
All right, Miss Wiley.
We start by putting you on page 1.
Page 1. You want her to talk to the newspaper?
Not just one newspaper, many newspapers.
Is that really necessary? All we want is for Grace to get her compensation.
Tom, please.
I understand your concerns, but this company has already shown it's willing to go to extremes to protect itself. I'm afraid the only way we'll be able to get them is to hit them where it matters most, their public image. When every newspaper in America tells you a story, how you were sorely treated, how you suffered, how the company denied all responsibility. Believe me, Miss Fryer, when that happens, Arthur Reeder will come to the table with his hat in his hands.
All right, Miss Wiley.
Now, I know it's a little frightening.
I'm more angry than I am scared.
Good. You hang on to that anger, Miss Fryer. You're going to need it. Only, be sure nobody else sees it.
Ma'am?
Public sympathy, Miss Fryer. That's our strongest weapon. And the public doesn't have much sympathy for an angry woman.